give them a big shout out. Go to SodenBowl.com and check them out and check them out on YouTube. I know that's probably the best Madden players around, so go out there and definitely plug them.
And welcome, Soden Bowl, to a Wednesday night edition of SBN. I am S. Soden. I am your host tonight. We have an epic matchup in front of us. We have the 11-1 Kings of Wakanda, his Houston Texans. They are traveling to the defending Super Bowl champion Jacksonville Jaguars, who, oh, by the way, are 9-3. Right now, they have the number 2 spot in the wild card. There is a 10-3 team out there that currently has the number 1 spot. I believe it's either the Baltimore Ravens, or the Cincinnati Bengals, depending on which team loses out on that division. They are the number 1 seed. So, Cleveland Browns sitting at 8-4 right now, Brap, and Timbo's Titans at 7-6, and then the upcoming surging Miami Dolphins 0-6. Dude joins the league, rolls off 7 straight games, and he's sitting at 7-6, 3 games out of first in the AFC East behind 5 Stars Patriots. He has a chance to make it in the wild card. So Cleveland, Tennessee, and Miami, you are rooting for a Houston victory here so you guys can gain a game in the wild card. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple things here. These two teams are set to kick off at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, approximately 12 minutes from now. So we're going to take a look at a couple things here. Why we wait on them. One thing I want to get into here is Gronkowski. Those of you that do not know, we had a custom scenario in Soden Bowl. Rob Gronkowski re-enters the league at a 92 overall. His overall was unknown. The only thing that was known is that he was seeking a 1-year deal, and he was a superstar X Factor, a little bit slimmer. Slightly slimmer than, last season's game weight that he had. But you look at his statistics here. First of all, congratulations to the Green Bay Packers coach, Billy Hoyle, 31. Jumps in. The first week he joins Soden Bowl, he gets the top bid. He gets him for a $30 million 1-year deal, $15 million up front, $15 due at the end of the season. He now has 2 superstar X Factor tight ends, Rob Gronkowski and Gerald Everett. Those of you may remember back in season 1 of this cycle, be season number 95 in the Soden Bowl cycle. Everett was traded from the Rams to the Packers for Blake Martinez and Jimmy Graham. So they came over to LA, and then Gerald Everett goes over to Green Bay and ends up now a superstar X Factor tight end. So you've got Rob Gronkowski sitting over there with a really, really good team with the Green Bay Packers and a brand new owner. And speaking of new owners here, I want to take a look at this for you guys. Check this out. This is our changing of the guard. So the NFL season is almost over. We always see a little bit of turnover in Soden Bowl, and some people, they just don't like to lose. So with that being said, we had some new owners join the league here. You can see this. This is our changing of the guard. Now, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Takes over an 0-6 Miami Dolphins team. And oh, by the way, he wins 7 straight. And you can see on the graph here, he tops out our new owner, 7-0, taking over the Miami Dolphins. He has turned that franchise around by just gameplay, because he hasn't had a chance to really sign any of his players. He he hasn't drafted. He's dealing with somebody else's draft, somebody else's roster moves. They have Dak Prescott at quarterback, 84 overall. He's in a really tough division, and right now it is the hardest division in football. If you look over to the very right side of the graph, you have Rev. Rev coming over from MSR, very solid league, so shout out to the MSR out there. You guys do a fantastic job. We have Rev. Rev takes over the Buffalo Bills. Very solid user. He's been playing in sports leagues since 2017 or 2007. I'm sorry. Since 2007, Rev's been getting it done. So brings in a veteran owner, jumps in a division that already has Ura and has 6-time Super Bowl champion 5-star hustler in there as the New England Patriots, who's rolling off a great season in New England. So he jumps into a tough division. He does take over a Buffalo Bills team with Allen at quarterback, and they do have the superstar X Factor, Ezekiel Elliott, and a very fast defense. So I'm going to watch for Rev in that AFC East next year. He's going to have a good draft position with the Buffalo Bills. He's going to pick up some picks, pick up some free agents, and he's going to turn that team around. Mark my words. Rev is going to be a playoff team next year with the Buffalo Bills. And the AFC East will be the best division in the league, bar none. Mark my words. Looking at this list, we have brand new coach Moody. Moody takes over a very roster-challenged Indianapolis Colts team. He is yet to pick up a victory. He's just playing out this season, probably looking for good draft position. So he takes over that Colts team. And then we have Dusk. Now, this dude has some serious skills. I had the pleasure of watching him play one of his games with the Oakland Raiders. Very impressive user. He comes over. He takes over the Oakland Raiders. They do have a superstar X-Factor quarterback now, Derek Carr. He was progressed to superstar X-Factor this season. So he has somebody that he can build around with the Oakland Raiders. And then the before-mentioned Coach Hoyle. Hoyle's in like the worst division right now. He took over a team that was atrocious. As you can see, he is 4-1 since taking over the Green Bay Packers. That team improves to 6-7. He is in first place right now in that NFC North division. The Chicago Bears coach A. Soden is trailing him. A. Soden did beat his Packers before Hoyle took over. He swept the Packers, so Hoyle cannot end up in an end-of-season tie with the Chicago Bears, or he will lose that tiebreaker. But Coach Soden has been struggling lately. He's lost 3 games in a row. And Coach Hoyle, you look at Hoyle, he is 4-1 in his last 5 games. I look for Hoyle to roll in that NFC North. I look for him to advance past the wild card and make some noise in the divisional series in the NFC side. And then we have Coach Player in the New York Giants. He's kind of jostled a roster that is lacking as well. They do have Barkley, superstar X Factor, halfback, Daniel Jones at quarterback. He's going to need to do some work in the offseason to shore up that roster. And that New York Giants team should look much better. Now, that is a tough division, too, in that NFC East. That NFC East with the Dallas Cowboys, who are sitting at like 10-3 right now. King Booker, shout out to the Booker. The Booker, he wins in a lot of games. And then you got Y-Rock and number 1 draft pick. 2 guys that I like watching play Madden because they've got some seriously good skills. Coach Y-Rock is one of those guys that can change his scheme on the fly. I mean, you could go against a single safety in your face, everybody in the box defense one play, and all of a sudden he's backed off playing zone coverage. He's coming out, run and shoot, and all of a sudden he's a ground and pound team on the next drive. So Y-Rock, he's kind of the Bill Belichick of the league when I watch. So that NFC East, I would say, is another one of those great divisions, but I really think the AFC East next season, in season number 98, will be the division to beat. They will rock the scene. They will bang up on each other a little bit, but when you play that AFC East, you are not going to like that position on the schedule. So, yeah, this is our changing of the guard. Congratulations to our new owners who have joined the league. Rev just joined this morning with the Buffalo Bills. And then you've got a couple other guys here. Looks like Dusk is the next newest one at 1-2. So congratulations, guys. Changing of the guard. Looks like we have some solid users. This is one of the most competitive Soden Bowl seasons I've seen to date. A lot of old school members coming back into the mix as well. And then we're going to take a look here. We have a broadcasting schedule here. I want to get this out of the way. Here's our broadcasting schedule. So this is going to be posted in the Discord schedule chat. Guys, if you want your game broadcast, here are your dates and times. You can agree to play your game at Tuesday. Now, Kylo Ren and You're Blessed, they have the capacity to only do one game at a time. So they're going to pick which game. You guys let them know that you guys have scheduled. Post not in the schedule thread where Phil keeps track of, but under the SBN network area, there is a broadcasting schedule now. You can post your game and say, hey, look, me and the Vikings are playing Tuesday at 8 p.m. Kylo, can you broadcast our game? And then that way he has it in there. Now, under my slot, you see I have Thursdays 10 p.m. to midnight, Saturdays noon to 4, and I have Team Streamer underneath. That's because I have the ability to stream multiple games at once. So I can use the Team Stream function of our website and bounce between games, kind of like the NFL Red Zone channel. So I can get a few games. I know a lot of people like to play on Saturdays, so I picked up that Saturday time slot. And then CMG Broadcasting, shout out. These guys do a fantastic job broadcasting. We are looking at a package with CMG to be announced hopefully soon, where he's going to come in and broadcast some games on the CMG network, broadcast some Soden Bowl games. So we look forward to some professional broadcasts done by CMG. Again, a shout out to the CMG broadcasting team. Make sure you guys check them out on Twitter. If you're on our Discord channel, he is in our Discord channel. Make sure you message him if you're looking for some games. I know he's a little busy right now. Congratulations on the purchase of a new house for CMG. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to the Grown Folks Network community. Nate over there does a fantastic job with the Grown Folks OMFL. Big shout out to those guys. We love what they do on the PlayStation side. There is no better PlayStation conglomerate of leagues than the Grown Folks. Those guys are great. They're mature. They put out some fantastic content. I really find myself over there looking through some of the stuff they do over there for pointers so I can better my league. But make sure you guys check them out. Check out the Grown Folks. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move into the most valuable player in this game right now, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's 11-1. Okay, he has 3,840 yards passing on the season. We're in week 14. That ranks number 1 in the league. He has 36 touchdowns. That's also number 1 in the league. 17 interceptions, a little bit high for a King of Wakanda team, but he's turning this season around in Houston. He is the highest ranked team in my power rankings right now at 11-1. He's completing 74% of his passes. That's number 2 in the league, only behind the Rams' Neil Russell. And then you look over on the flip side, we have the rookie Goldman. He was the number 1 pick, the number 1 scouted quarterback in the draft this season. The Miami Dolphins passed on him, and the Jacksonville Jaguars picked him up. Goldman has shined. Goldman has 3,350 passing yards. That ranks 3rd in the league, and he also has 36 touchdown passes. He has a couple more interceptions at 19. That also is high for a Kylo Ren team. He's completing 68% of his passes. That ranks number 7 in the league. That's very good. But to me, right here, I know these stats here on the left, they're a couple weeks behind, so my apologies, but this right here is my MVP. I do not see anybody dethroning Deshaun Watson, and unless he throws 20 interceptions in the next 3 weeks, this is going to be our MVP right here. 87 overall. King of Wakanda, the Houston Texans. And oh, by the way, the Houston Texans are scoring 38 points per game. Have fun trying to stop them. So with that being said, I believe that this will be our season number 97 most valuable player and possibly our Super Bowl AFC representing team here, the 11-1 Houston Texans. They're going to get a good challenge here with the defending Super Bowl champion, Jacksonville Jaguars, they do have a few losses. So the Jacksonville Jaguars, to me, are going to give this Houston Texans team a run for their money, a late season challenge, maybe with the division. Jacksonville has a little bit more to play for in this game. Sitting at 9-3 with the number 2 wildcard spot, they have to win. If they lose, you have those Dolphins that have reeled off 7 straight victories. If they get anywhere near a playoff appearance, they're going to steal that away from the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and see if these two guys are ready so we can get some Madden action so you can stop listening to me rant and rave about how great Deshaun Watson is. All right, so we're going to go back here to our game of the week image, and let me go ahead and go over here and check. And they are ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you in here. All right, these two teams, looks like they've already kicked the ball off. Let me get you some sound.
At their own 23-yard line.
And we have the Houston Texans on the 23-yard line to start out the game here. Houston in their red alternate jerseys. Look at that Jacksonville Jaguars line. 2 X factors and a superstar. But that doesn't deter Coach Wakanda. Kareem Hunt with a gain of 8 on the opening play. Season number 97, week 14, IMS Soden. This is the Soden Bowl Network, season 97, sponsored by Allied Plumbing and Heat, a name you can trust. Watson under center, Hunt in the backfield, back to throw on second down. Good protection, throws over the middle. A nice move by Fuller and a great gain up to the 46-yard line. Deshaun Watson's first pass of the game goes for 15 yards up to the 46-yard line.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Watch the safety creep.
That is a gain of 1 for Lamar Miller. A 2 running back committee here for the Houston Texans. They have Lamar Miller, and Kareem Hunt. Really fast running back.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 3. Check 3.
As Watson gets sacked on the play. Allen with the sack. That's going to back the Houston Texans back up to the 41-yard line, brings up a 3rd down and 14. Watson in the gun, Hunt in the backfield, trips left. Keep an eye on Hopkins. And we have somebody jumping on the line. And that is a Houston Texan. That's going to back him up 5, brings up a 3rd down and 19. Watch for the pressure from Jacksonville here. Watson back to throw, 3rd and 19. Good protection, thrown deep, has a receiver wide open, and Fuller will walk into the end zone. Touchdown Texans. That is the big playability we were talking about from Deshaun Watson. That is his 37th touchdown pass of the season. Goes to the speedster, Fuller, who gets open down the seam and beats the safety to the end zone. That's an 82-yard drive as the Houston Texans open up a 7-0 lead in Jacksonville. And that's going to bounce out of the back of the end zone. And the Jacksonville Jaguars will take over on the 25-yard line. See how they can answer that 4 or 5 play drive by the Texans and the bomb to Fuller.
Ready to break. Mike. Watch the pass. Pilot, 64.
Goldman's going to go under center. He's going to give the ball off the right side, but that Texans defense is there. Coleman with a loss of 3. Coleman was a 2,000-yard running back last season. Had a very good game in Super Bowl 96.
Okay, break.
DJ Shark was the Super Bowl MVP, so watch for Shark. You see him on that left side slot. Number 17, Superstar X Factor. Throws over the middle, and he makes the grab. Gain of 20 for Goldman's first pass. So Deshaun Watson comes out, throws a 15-yard strike on his first pass, and Goldman throws a 20-yard strike. And the Jaguars are up to the 43-yard line. Goldman in the gun. Give to Coleman, trying to go to the right side. Makes a move, but he's brought down. Gain of 2 on the play. That's 2 carries, minus 1 yard for Coleman.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
2nd down and 8 for the defending Super Bowl champion Jacksonville Jaguars. If you're just tuning in, we have the 11-1 Houston Texans traveling to the 9-3 Jacksonville Jaguars. King of Wakanda versus Kylo Ren. Hugs and kisses. And there's a gain off the left side for Coleman as he finally breaks free, gets a first down, crosses midfield, up to the Texan 46-yard line.
Ready. 60 yard.
Goldman under center, single back formation. Coleman in the backfield again. Looks like he's changing the play here. Houston up on the line. It's a play action. Goldman plenty of time to throw, rolling out to the right. Has a wide open DJ Shark who makes a move and gets out of bounds up to the 23-yard line. That is 43 yards passing for Goldman on 2 attempts. As the Jaguars get close to the red zone on their opening drive of the game, Houston finds a wide open Fuller on 3rd down and 19 for the opening score of the game. Again, he throws another crossing route here. Completed, and that gets the ball into the red zone up to the 16-yard line, brings up a 2nd down and 3 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Jacksonville Jaguars opening drive of the game. Goldman in the gun, both running backs in the backfield with him. Houston showing blitz. Coleman in motion to the right. And there's the sack. The Texans were not fooled on the play action. Alexander with the sack. He comes flying in on that right side. Goldman lucky he held on to the football on that one. Goldman in the gun, 3rd down and 8. Back to throw, good protection. Thrown to the outside, contested catch. And the superstar X Factor, DJ Shark, gets his feet down, control of the football, and a 1st and goal on the 8-yard line.
Here we go.
Goldman in the gun, Coleman in the backfield. Shark out to the left side. Texans moving everybody around here on defense. They back off of DJ Shark. Goldman to throw on 1st down, looking for the end zone, and an easy pitch and catch touchdown to the tight end, Oliver. And we are an extra point away from a tie game. That is up, and it is good. The Jacksonville Jaguars go 9 plays, 74 yards in 4 minutes and 48 seconds to tie the game at home versus the division rival 11-1 Houston Texans. Houston's going to take the ball out of the end zone, across the 20 and up to the 25-yard line as he gets leveled. And the Houston Texans will start out with their 2nd drive of the game with 1:37 left in the first quarter. Season number 97, week 14, IMS Soden. This is the Soden Bowl Network, sponsored by Allied Plumbing and Heat, a name you can trust. Watson in the gun. They're going to give the ball to Hunt, trying to go to the outside. Trucks the first guy, but is taken down. That is a gain of absolutely nothing. 2nd down and 10 on their own 25-yard line. Watson, empty formation. Watch for Fuller in the slot on that left side. Watson to throw, good protection. And just as I said that, it breaks down and Allen gets his 2nd sack of the game. That puts the Houston Texans right back where they want to be. 3rd down and 18. Last drive they threw a touchdown on 3rd and 19. Superstar X Factor enabled on Allen on the right side on that D-line, so keep an eye on him. Watson to throw, looking deep to the sideline and intercepted. Great defensive play, nice user switch. Marcus May with a beautiful interception as DeAndre Hopkins was open. They say he got his feet in bounds. Goldman takes over on the 44-yard line. Strong formation. Goldman to throw. He's looking for an... Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Houston Texans, and he has green grass in front of him. Great return back up to the 42-yard line. Reed with the interception. Goldman couldn't get enough air under that football. Reed lurks it underneath, and we have a turnover, back-to-back turnovers. Watson back to throw off play action, and down he goes. That is a sack for Bryan. His first sack of the game brings up a 2nd down and 17. That's going to wind out the first quarter in a 7-7 tie as the Houston Texans are backed up on their own 35-yard line. Back-to-back turnovers here as both teams throw an interception.
Tight end right, tight end right. Even, 4 down, even.
7-7.
For the set, 19.
Watson's going to come under center here. Hunt in the backfield. The give is to Hunt, trying to go to the right side. Does not get the edge. Cannot turn that corner. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 18. Exactly where the Houston Texans want to be. On their first drive of the game, 3rd down and 19, they connect with Will Fuller on a bomb, about a 60-yard pitch and catch. Watch for Allen on that right side. He has his X factor enabled on that defensive line. Watson from the gun, both backs in the backfield. Looking for an out route, trying to get his feet down, but it's knocked out of his hands. Great defensive play. That will bring up the game's first punt as Brett Kern comes out to kick this thing away. Gibson, the deep man for the Jacksonville Jaguars, punting from his own 34-yard line. Gets the punt away, a nice punt, down to the 11-yard line. Fields the football, gets it up past the 20 and to the 23-yard line. And the Jacksonville Jaguars will take over on their 3rd possession of the game on the heels of an interception. Goldman had an open DJ Shark down the sideline, but underthrew him. Reed made a nice interception. Goldman under center. He's going to throw an out route. DJ Shark gets his feet down, kind of falls down, going out of bounds. That is a 1st down up to the 36-yard line. 3 catches, 47 yards for the X-Factor wide receiver. And the give is to Coleman with a nice hole, and he cuts it back to the right and up to midfield to the 49-yard line. The Jacksonville Jaguars on their 3rd possession of the game. 6 minutes left in the half in a 7-7 tie. Goldman under center, Coleman in the backfield. They're going to give the ball to Coleman, trying to go to the right side. Gets a nice block and a great move by Coleman as he is up to the 32-yard line. And just like that, 5 carries, 40 yards for Telvin Coleman, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are in business again. Goldman in the gun. Coleman in the backfield. We have DJ Shark split out to wide left. 2 tight ends to the right. And we have a jet sweep, but it is stuffed. Gain of 1 on the play. As the Houston Texans brought the blitz, pitch bug 0 on the play. They were not fooled. That's a 2nd down and 9 on the Texan 31-yard line. Goldman in the gun, Coleman in the backfield, trips left. DJ Shark in the slot, back to throw is Goldman. And he has a wide open receiver on the outside all the way up to the 4-yard line. Big pitch and catch. And a 26-yard pass to Gibson. Gibson got wide open.
Ready? 15.
And a great read by Goldman to get him the football.
Hey, Sam off.
3 tight ends on the field for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to give the ball to Coleman, and he looks like he gets into the end zone. He does. Looked like he was going to walk in, but the Houston Texans hit him at the goal line, but he does fall into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Jacksonville Jaguars take a 14-7 lead here. Season number 97, week number 14, Soden Bowl. IMS Soden. This is the Soden Bowl Network Game of the Week. And a nice return. Takes it up to the 21-yard line. So not that great of a return, actually, when you look at it, but he was just one tackle away from breaking that thing. Watson trips right, single back formation, back to throw on first down, good protection, and a wild throw to the left. Very un-Deshaun Watson-like. Looking for the tight end Jenkins on the play. Looks like he didn't have his feet set, just kind of threw that thing off balance. Josh Allen for the Jacksonville Jaguars has his superstar X-Factor ability enabled. He's on that left side of the defensive line. Watson moving the fullback over to the other side. And it's a play action, but Allen gets picked up at the last second and a nice grab. A saving block by the halfback lets Deshaun Watson find Thomas open over the middle of the field there.
47 is the mic, boy. 47. Check.
Watson under center. Strong formation. They're going to give the ball, trying to go to the left. He gets the edge, but he can only get a few yards. Gain of 3. Gets the ball up to the 35-yard line. 3.5 minutes left until halftime. If you're just joining us, we have the 11-1 Houston Texans traveling to the 9-3 Jacksonville Jaguars. Watson finds a wide open Fuller who makes a move, and he is off to the races. Saving tackle on the play. All the way up to the 38-yard line. That's a 26-yard pitch and catch, and Will Fuller is now over 100 yards. In the second quarter, 3 catches, 105 yards, and a touchdown for Will Fuller. Watson in the gun, Hunt in the backfield. And he's going to give it. It's a fake, but the Jacksonville Jaguars are there. And Bryan gets his second sack of the game, pushing the Houston Texans back to their own 40, back to the 44-yard line. Welcome to the broadcast, Alpha. Guys, if you're looking for a good league, you want to jump on the waiting list, check out the Apex Football League. Check them out on Twitter. Good league run by the Alpha Heel. Good set of guys on the Xbox console. So give them a check out. Jump on their waiting list. And we have a 3rd down and 10 at the 2-minute warning. Kylo Ren up 14-7 over King of Wakanda. A battle of the AFC South. We have the 11-1 Houston Texans and the 9-3 Jacksonville Jaguars. Deshaun Watson, the front runner for the MVP so far, and that is a sack. Great pressure up the middle. That is Bryan's 3rd sack of the game. Deshaun Watson struggling here in the first half. He does have a touchdown toss, but he also threw an interception. He's been sacked 5 times. As Brett Kern will come onto the field for his 2nd punt of the game. As the clock runs, 1:30 left until halftime. Nice punt. Down to the edge, and they will down it out of bounds on the 6-yard line, and that is where the Jacksonville Jaguars will take over with 1:25. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. As the rookie Goldman will take over deep in his own territory with one touchdown pass and a touchdown run by Telvin Coleman. Goldman empty formation, good protection. He's going to throw, looking for the out route. He gets the toes down. Gibson with the catch. That is Gibson's 2nd catch of the game. Empty formation, hurry up. Goldman back to throw again, great protection. And he is sacked at the 1 yard line. I thought he was going to get rid of the ball there. He held on to it way too long. And the Houston Texans wisely burn a timeout here. 3rd down and 15 from their own 1 yard line. Goldman in the gun from his end zone. Coleman in the backfield with him. DJ Shark, X Factor on the left. We have an RPO to the right, but it is too little, too late. And that'll bring up 4th down and 7. And he's tackled out of bounds, stopping the clock. Houston's going to get good field position here. An over-the-shoulder catch on the punt. A nice return gets it up to the 40-yard line. 2 timeouts, 43 seconds. The front-runner MVP, Deshaun Watson, under center, single back formation, Kareem Hunt in the backfield. He's going to give the ball to Hunt, trying to go to the right, gets the edge, but steps out of bounds. Gain of 4 on the play, 39 seconds left in the half. And Brian's superstar X Factor is enabled. He is at the defensive tackle right there in the middle. Watson back to throw, rolling out to the left. He has a defender on him, and that is a sack. You cannot take a sack in that situation. Throw the football away. They have to burn their 2nd timeout. Brings up a 3rd down and 14 with just 31 seconds left. Ball on their own 36-yard line. Watson, empty formation, trips right. Back to throw, good protection. Looking to the out there, he has his tight end, but that's a minimal gain. Out of bounds up to the 41-yard line, brings up a 4th down. And it's actually reviewed and overturned. He did not get his feet in bounds. Either way, it's 4th down. Brings up a 4th and 14 as Brett Kern will come out for his 3rd punt of the game. Gibson's going to field the ball from his own 10-yard line. Nice move. And he gets the ball up to the 29-yard line. Jacksonville does have all 3 timeouts. Just 18 seconds left until halftime. We'll see what the rookie quarterback wants to do here. He's going to come out. Single back formation, trips to the right. Coleman in the backfield. They're going to pitch it to Coleman, trying to get to the edge. Gets the edge, but a nice tackle by Reed on the play. That's just a gain of 5. As Coleman's tackled out of bounds, so it does stop the clock. Single back formation, Coleman in the backfield. Goldman under center. And he's going to give the ball to Coleman. Huge hole up the middle. A nice move up to the 47-yard line, and the Jacksonville Jaguars elect to take a timeout. 8 seconds left. They still have about 15 yards or so for a good field goal attempt. They do have 2 timeouts, but just 8 seconds left. Goldman's already thrown an interception in this game, so he's got to be careful with the football. From the gun, 4 wide. Coleman in the backfield. As Houston presses the line, back to throw, good protection. He's looking for the out route. He has a reception, and he timeout with 1 second left. That is Smith's 4th reception, 44 yards. And we have a field goal attempt, 54-yard field goal attempt. 6-mile-an-hour winds right to left. And that kick is up. It has the distance, and it is good. And that is a huge drive for the defending Super Bowl champs as they go up 17-7 at halftime. They have a chance to pull off the double whammy as they receive the ball here in the second half, getting a field goal to close out the first half. As the Jacksonville Jaguars are an underdog in this game, probably for the first time in Coach Kylo's career here in Soden Bowl. Kylo is 9-3, and the Houston Texans have tied for the best record in the league at 11-1 with the Los Angeles Rams. So the Houston Texans at 11-1 are trying to lock up that AFC South division. And the Jacksonville Jaguars are giving them a game here. Goldman under center. Strong side formation. The give is to Coleman. It's a fake. And he is sacked. Throwing down on the play. Clowney with the sack. That is his first sack of the game. That is a loss of 10. That is the Texans' third sack as a defense in the game.
Here we go.
Second down and 20. Goldman from the gun. Empty formation.
Check.
DJ Shark is split out wide right to throw on second and 20. Looking over the middle into coverage. A contested reception by Telvin Coleman. Very good receiving back. And that is a nice gain on second down as he gets most of the yards back. That's a gain of 16. Brings up a third down and 4 for the Jacksonville Jaguars from their own 31-yard line here to start the third quarter. Goldman back to throw. Good protection. He has it. A nice flag route there to the X Factor, DJ Shark. And that is a 22-yard pitch and catch. 152 yards passing now for the Jacksonville Jaguars. DJ Shark, 4 catches, 69 yards. Coleman trying to get to the outside. He gets a couple up to the Houston Texan 46-yard line.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Goldman on the season has 3,350 yards passing, 36 touchdowns, and 19 interceptions. Not bad for a rookie. He is tied for first in touchdown passes right now at 36. Actually, he has 37. And that's a big gain up the middle for Telvin Coleman. Coleman now with 75 yards on 10 carries and a touchdown with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So Deshaun Watson and Goldman enter this game. They start the game both tied for first in the league with 36 touchdown passes. Each one of them has a touchdown pass so far in this game. So they're both tied for first with 37 as Clement almost breaks that. Gain of 8 on the play, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are in business here on their first drive of the second half. They have the ball up to the Houston Texans 26-yard line, leading 17-7. 17 unanswered Jacksonville Jaguars points as the Houston Texans put 7 up in 5 plays on their first drive of the game. 3 backs in the backfield. They're going to give the ball to Clement, trying to get a first down, and he does. Up to the 23-yard line, and the Jacksonville Jaguars have a fresh set of downs, leading 17-7. I formation. Goldman under center. Coleman's in the backfield. As he RPOs it to the left, he's got a receiver open and a nice gain up to the 16-yard line. That is Smith. It's actually a run as he throws it behind the line of scrimmage, so a gain of 7 for Smith. Goldman in the gun, Coleman in the backfield with him. DJ Shark splits to the left. Defense showing blitz.
Rock it.
We got a receiver in motion, another jet sweep, looking for Gibson, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. And the Jaguars now lead 23-7, pending the extra point. That kick is up, and it is good. We have an upset in the making in Jacksonville as the Jaguars open up a 24-7 lead with 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. They're going to take the ball deep out of the end zone here. Gets a move up the middle, a nice return up to the 26-yard line.
We got this.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the Jacksonville Jaguars can bring pressure. They have one of the better defensive lines in the game. 2 superstar X factors on that line. You have Allen and Bryan, and they both get into Deshaun Watson on that one. That is another sack for Allen, his 3rd of the game. This is what Jacksonville does best. They get you to be one-dimensional, and then they just pin their ears back and rush the quarterback. Deshaun Watson from the gun. Miller's in the backfield this time to throw here on second down. Checks it down. Nice reception, but doesn't get very much. Ball back up to the 22-yard line. Just 5 of 9 for Deshaun Watson in this one. Third down and 14, and again, another sack. Bryant on the sack, his 4th sack of the game, and the Houston Texans will have to punt from their own 16-yard line. Kind of a short punt. And the Jaguars will take over with great field position on their 41-yard line, enjoying a 24-7 lead. The Jaguars defense being able to shut down the front-running MVP, Deshaun Watson. They're going to give the ball to Coleman, trying to go to the left side, and that is stuffed. Loss of 4 on the play. Hakeem with the tackle, his 2nd tackle of the game for the Houston Texans. Goldman from the gun, Coleman in the backfield. DJ Shark in the slot on the left side. To throw on second down, all kinds of time. He throws into coverage and he's laid out on the play. Smith is absolutely destroyed on that one. Lucky he is not injured. The rookie Goldman's got to learn not to bait his receivers over the middle. Kind of a risky throw on that one, even for an interception. Goldman in the backfield. Coleman in the backfield with him. We have the X-Factor Shark on the left side. To throw here on 3rd and 14. Good protection, looking over the middle, and he threads it between the defenders. 223 yards passing for the rookie. That is Telvin Coleman's 2nd reception for 43 yards. Goldman's going to come out in the gun. Coleman in the backfield. Trips left, DJ Shark far left. They're going to fake the RPO, fake the screen. He's looking down the sidelines, has a receiver, and almost intercepted. That is the 2nd time this game that Goldman has had a receiver deep, but just cannot get enough on the football. Rhodes almost comes away with the interception on this one. Smith was wide open.
On the set. Mike 41.
Goldman under center. Coleman in the backfield. We have trips to the right. DJ Shark alone on the left. Goldman to throw here on 2nd and 10. He looks for DJ Shark. He has the quick out, gets his feet down, falls down inbounds. And a gain of 11 for the Jacksonville Jaguars as they move up to the Houston Texan 24-yard line. Goldman under center, I formation, Shark in the slot to throw here on 1st down. Good protection, has a crossing route to Smith. 17 of 20, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns for the rookie quarterback at home versus the number 1 team in the Soden Bowl power rankings, the 11-1 Houston Texans. Goldman making a case for MVP and Rookie of the Year. And 8 minutes left in this one as the Jacksonville Jaguars, Kylo Ren hugs and kisses. 24, the Houston Texans.
Come on, set.
King of Wakanda 7. Goldman under center, strong side formation. They're going to give the ball. That is Clement on the carry, his 3rd carry. 3 carries, 15 yards. That's a gain of 4. Brings up a 3rd down and 6 as the Jacksonville Jaguars cross the 300-yard mark and move the ball into the red zone.
Here we go.
Goldman from the gun. Coleman in the backfield. Shark on that left side. We have trips to the right. Almost a Hail Mary formation here. Goldman changing the play. Play clock running down on him. He's going to hand the ball up the middle. A huge hole for Coleman up to the 14-yard line, and they're going to give him the 1st down. 1st down and 10 as the Jaguars are in the red zone up to the Texan 14-yard line. 6 minutes and 56 seconds left in the game. I formation, Goldman under center, Coleman in the backfield. He's going to give the ball to the fullback. He fumbles the ball. The ball is on the ground, and the Houston Texans recover. Alexander with the scoop. Alexander has a sack and a fumble recovery in this game as the Houston Texans trying to get back into this game. Watson, empty formation. Watch for Fuller in the slot on that left side. Fuller over 100 yards in this game with a touchdown. And he's going to check the ball underneath. A nice pitch and catch and a first down. 6 of 10, 133 yards, a touchdown for Deshaun Watson. Watson again, empty formation. Defense spreading that defensive line. He has a quick out here. Actually a button hook to his tight end, and that is another first down as the Texans are in the hurry up. Watson to throw here, first down and 10 from the 40. A seam route to the tight end. He hauls it in between 3 defenders. That is a first down up to the 39 as the Houston Texans, again in the hurry up, flipping the play. We have DeAndre Hopkins in the slot on that right side. Watson to throw, good protection. He's going to throw deep, looking for Fuller. He has the reception all the way down to the 1-yard line. Fuller with a killer game. First and goal on the 1. Watson gets him up to the line, snaps the ball, back to throw. The defense is there. That is Allen's 4th sack of the game. Pushing him back to the 10-yard line. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in regulation. X factor enabled for Allen on that right side of the defensive line. Watson from the gun, back to throw. Looking for the end zone, and it was either knocked away or almost intercepted. Kind of a dangerous throw. The defender gets 2 hands on the ball but cannot pull it down. 3rd down and goal on the 10-yard line. Deshaun Watson trying to get his team back in the game. From the gun to throw on 3rd and goal. He looks for the end zone, but he's just short. He's going to have to go for it. 4th and goal from the 1. Watson in the gun, flipping his receivers on the left side. To throw, 4th and 1, good protection. Looking for the end zone, has a wide open receiver. That is a Texan touchdown. There's the MVP. A 1-yard touchdown, his 2nd touchdown of the game. Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good, and we have a ball game here in Jacksonville as the Jaguars lead 24-14. Houston Texans with all 3 timeouts. A nice drive by Deshaun Watson. Fueled by the bomb to Fuller. As Fuller's having a breakout game for the Houston Texans here. He was over 100 yards on 3 catches in the first quarter. Houston Texans are going to need to have a big defensive stand here. Jacksonville loves to gobble up time when they get a lead. Telvin Coleman was a 2,000-yard running back last season. Trying to get to the outside, he does. That is a gain of 11. Telvin Coleman now with 89 yards on 13 carries. That is a first down up to the 37-yard line. Cunningham on the tackle. Goldman from the gun. Coleman in the backfield. Watch for that handoff out of the gun. Defense all up in the box. They're going to jet sweep it, and that is blown up in the backfield. Loss of 4 on the play. As the Houston Texans with a great defensive play. Engage 8. They sent the house on that one. And a nice call. Houston needs a 3 and out here. They are running out of time. They are still 2 scores down. They do have all 3 timeouts. Goldman in a power formation. Coleman in the backfield.
Hey, box drop.
Changing the play. Goldman to throw here on 2nd and 14. Looking over the middle, he has the reception. That is a first down for the X Factor, DJ Shark. 6 catches, 94 yards for the X Factor wide receiver. That is a huge first down. Goldman under center. Coleman in the backfield. Just 2.5 minutes left in the game. He's going to give the ball, trying to go to the right. A nice hole as the defense misses him. They had a shot to take him down in the backfield, and Coleman goes over 100 yards. 14 carries and a touchdown for the Jacksonville Jaguars, as that looks like it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, and it does. 2 minutes left in the game. Jacksonville on the Texan 41-yard line, leading 24-14. Houston pressing that line, selling out on the run. 3 running backs in the backfield. They're going to give the ball, trying for the strip, and that is a loss of 1 on the play. Loss of 2, actually. And there is the first timeout taken by the Houston Texans, as they knock him back to the 43-yard line. Jacksonville I formation. Coleman in the backfield. Houston moving up into the box. They're going to give the ball to Coleman, trying to go up the middle, and he cannot. Stuffed on the play. That is a gain of absolutely nothing. And Houston burns their second timeout of the game. 1:52 left in this one. Houston desperately trying to get the ball back for their offense. Goldman under center. They're going to give the ball on a counter to Coleman, and he is gone. Up the middle, Telvin Coleman, and he falls down wisely on the 5-yard line. Points there doesn't really do much. If he scores there, technically, the Houston Texans can get the ball back. They could score, kick an onside kick, score again, and kick an onside kick, rather than playing the Russian roulette with the Madden system. Jacksonville wisely falls down on the 5-yard line. They can take a knee and run this clock out and seal the victory with their offense on the field. As Goldman is in the victory formation, he takes a knee. And the Houston Texans will not burn their last timeout. And the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to move to 10-3 now, as the Houston Texans will fall to 11-2. Just 1 game separates these two teams in the AFC South. Cleveland, Tennessee, and Miami. All 3 of you guys were looking for a loss from Jacksonville. You will not get it this week. The Browns are 8-4. The Titans are 7-6, and Ura's Dolphins, 7 straight wins. They move up to 7-6. So the wild card, that wild card race isn't looking very good for the Titans and the Dolphins. The Browns are still very much in it here, as they trail by just a game behind the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that is it. Coach Kylo Ren pulls off the upset at home versus his division rival, King of Wakanda's Houston Texans. To me, the story of this game was that defensive line. That pass rush by the Jacksonville Jaguars was just too much for Deshaun Watson, as the league's top offense comes into Jacksonville and they sputter. Just 151 yards passing for the Houston Texans. And Jacksonville does what they do best. They run the football, play very good off of play action. They run for 155 yards. Telvin Coleman goes over 100 yards for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He gets the touchdown. And if you're playing Jacksonville, you cannot fall behind. You get behind by a couple scores with these guys, you get into a situation where you have to throw the football. And Coach Kylo knows how to bring the pressure. He knows how to hurry up your decision-making. And you look there, you have 68% by Deshaun Watson. He averages 74% on the season. And that's your final here from the Soden Bowl Network Studios. I am S. Soden. And this is our game of the week. Congratulations to the Jacksonville Jaguars as they cruise. They cruise to a victory. And, you know, it's kind of weird because Jacksonville for the last few years has always been the favorite. This year they've had a down year by their own standard. 9-3, now 10-3 on the season. They absolutely needed this victory. They got it They now move to 10-3 as the Houston Texans fall to 11-2, and just one game separates these two teams. Now you look at the schedule here. You look at the schedule for let's see, I'm going to move into the schedule here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars' remaining games are as follows. They travel to the 7-6 Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks have won their last 5 out of 6 games. Then they're at home to host the Indianapolis Colts. Coach Moody, we mentioned him in the pregame. Moody's yet to win his first game here, so Jacksonville looking like they're in pretty good shape there. And then the final game, week number 17. The Jacksonville Jaguars, now 10-3, will take on the 12-1 Los Angeles Rams in LA. The last 2 times these owners met, it went to overtime, albeit last Madden. So that should be a good matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the LA Rams. Now, the Rams already have their division locked up. They cruised in that NFC West. So this could be a huge game for Jacksonville, week number 17, as they try to close in and snatch the division away from King of Wakanda. Now, we're going to take a look at King of Wakanda here. King of Wakanda's last remaining games are as follows. So Wakanda loses tonight. He falls to 11-2. Next week, he takes on a very good Tennessee Titans team, Coach Timbo, 7-6. He's hanging on to playoff hopes there. He was one of those wild card teams that was hoping for a Kylo Ren loss. But he takes on a good Tennessee Titan team. He has not faced the Titans yet this season. So he travels to Tennessee, takes on the 7-6 Tennessee Titans. Then Wakanda travels to then he hosts the Los Angeles Rams, the 12-1 Los Angeles Rams. And then after that, he takes on Coach Timbo again. This time, he hosts Coach Timbo. So a tough road here for King of Wakanda as he has to face his division rival, Timbo, who's a very good owner. Then he has to take on the Los Angeles Rams in that fearsome pass rush of the Rams with J.J. Watt and Aaron Donald. Then he's got to do it again, and he's got to take down Coach Timbo again. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars own the head-to-head here versus the Houston Texans. Week number 10, the Jacksonville Jaguars won 56-31 in Houston. And then again in week 14, the Jacksonville Jaguars win again. So if this game comes down, if the Jacksonville Jaguars win out, which is very well possible for Kylo Ren, if the Jaguars win out and the Houston Texans drop another game, we could see a flip here in the AFC South. And that's crazy because the Houston Texans have been, to me, the best team in Soden Bowl all season. But, Coach Kylo just keeps pecking away here. And just when you think he may not win the division, may not make the playoffs, he squeezes out some good wins here. And he's got his Jaguars right back in a position here to make another run at the Super Bowl. So, with that being said, guys, I am Soden. This is the Soden Bowl Network, sponsored by Allied Plumbing and Heat, a name you can trust. If you're in the Colorado Springs area, make sure you guys check them out. Go to alliedphllc.com. I'm Soden. This is the Soden Bowl Network. I'm out of here. Later, guys.